Get your hair out of there. It was tell the schools that pots we saw in the city, so it didn't and I was sitting and I go these Jesus, yeah, came out of the
Yoo-hoo! Pick some blood.
Let me take you back and show you where I'm from. Was down bad and they told me I was done.
I'm not sitting on the floor.
This is our assistant.
Yeah.
This is our assistant.
He's our tech guy.
He's our tech.
He's strictly tech. He doesn't do anything else. He doesn't specialize in anything. He's highly specialized in tech.
Yeah.
Hey everyone.
Wait, I didn't look at the camera.
Hey everyone.
Welcome to Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast. Today we're talking about puberty.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Girl Meets Christ podcast. This is your host Ellie and
Do it again.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Girl Meets Christ podcast. This is your host Ellie
and Ella. And today we're gonna be doing our intros.
Should we do it one more time just in case the first one wasn't good?
Yeah. We've only done it like 8 times, so I think we should go for a 9th.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Hey everyone. Welcome to
I didn't look at the camera.
Hey everyone. Welcome to Girl Meets Christ podcast. This is your host Ellie
and Ella.
And today we're gonna be talking about
like our intros and
our intro to
the podcast and us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we should probably the first thing we should probably cover is we're like not related.
Believe it or not, we're not sisters. Put them in there. Hide your dogs.
I'm a dancer, so the dogs are always out. So that's okay. So yeah, well, that's our segue.
Okay, yes.
We were saying we're not sisters, but we are like insanely alike.
Not one's a golden retriever and one's a black cat. We're both just golden retrievers.
Yeah, we were just in Target trying to figure this out. We were at the checkout line.
This was a serious conversation we were having.
We were.
Yeah, so basically we met at dance.
Yeah, we danced together for 1 season and then she graduated and then I left.
So we met at dance and like she came in. We should do first impressions.
Oh, yeah. So we're gonna
like
do
our first impressions
of each other. Oh gosh, I have to think. Okay, you go first.
So
you were there first.
So this was audition day, and I had no idea there was a new person coming. Like
no one did.
No one knew Ella was coming in, and then this blonde girl with gold jewelry walked in, and I was like, why is she kind of like me? In a way, kind of felt like you were like me, but I didn't know if you were like the nice kind of like blonde gold jewelry girl, or
like
you like the welcoming one, or like the other kind.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to get to know this girl because I'm curious. So do you wanna go get coffee or something?
Yeah, you literally asked if I want to go get coffee.
Because I don't know, I just had a feeling that we would be like friends or something, or the opposite.
Yeah,
I really didn't know. I mean, I don't really make enemies though, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
so she wouldn't be my enemy, but like I wanted to see if we would hit it off or not.
My first impression of Ellie was the opposite. I thought she was really mean. So Ellie's like kind of like shy and standoffish when you first meet her. I feel like she's like an observer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's so true.
And so with her observing, it kind of comes off as like glaring and judgmental.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I first met her, I came in and I was already nervous because obviously like she said like I was new to the studio, and I came in and I sat down.
No, also I was like, this girl's got balls, because that's so scary just walking in on audition day.
Yeah, I did. It was literally
I had a
night.
tailbone injury, so I didn't audition. I didn't see her
that was
audition,
another thing. She literally the first like thing I know of her, she's not wearing what we were supposed to wear. She had this floral skirt on, and she was like,
I was the rebel of the group.
Yeah, and she was like, and she said that she was like, I'm a rebel, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, who is this chick? And then she like got up and left, and I was like, she was the only one that when she said her age that was like close to me. Yoo-hoo. So then when I was like, oh, she's like similar in age, like what were we, 17 and 16 at that point? Yeah, you would have been last year. It was last summer.
Yeah, we're a year apart. She's a year younger than me.
She just turned 19. I'm turning 18 in March. Yeah. She's 19. I'm 17. almost 18. I'm a storyteller, by the way, also, so I'll, like, explain things, like, 8 minutes too long than they need to be explained.
I like.
I know, and
Short
she's
and sweet.
so quick with stuff.
So I listen to Ella and I'm like,
Yeah, so honestly, a lot of this podcast...
get to the point.
Back in 4th grade... to tell a story about 2 days ago. She said that, and I was like, what the heck? And then she ended up saying she was gonna leave. And I was like, what the heck, on audition night? Like, girls and blah, 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 whatever. And then, like, I was, like, low-key judging her because I didn't know, like, why she was leaving, but then everyone was like, oh, no, she, like, hurt her tailbone. And I was like, okay. Because I was like, why is she leaving the night of auditions?
The butt pillow didn't give it away.
No, maybe you did tell me, because that was another thing we had in common, was that we both had tailbone injuries. But I was like, why is she... Oh, that's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to sit and stay and watch. And your dad had told you that you guys were going on the boat. And everyone was like, Ellie left to go on the boat.
Oh, so then you were like,
Yeah.
wow.
That's what it was. I was like, when they all said that, I was like...
I was so sad that I couldn't audition. I loved those combos that
Yeah.
year. So
Those
I
combos were cute.
I didn't even really want to watch it because I was gonna be like, I felt so left out
Yeah.
at that point.
So then that was my impression of her. Okay, so that night I thought she was really... I thought she was bubbly, at least. Like, I was trying to think of the same thing of, like, is she a mean blonde or a nice blonde?
Oh, yeah, you were bubbly, too. That was one thing that I picked up on.
Because we both said we were homeschooled. I said I was homeschooled, and she was like, oh my gosh, me too. And I was like, she's homeschooled, too? So that was, like, something I was like, oh my gosh, we have that in common. And then when we went out to coffee, I thought she was nice that night, but then when we went out to coffee, she was so quiet, and I was, like, trying to be funny and stuff, but I couldn't tell if she, like, thought I was funny. And so then I was just like, ugh. And I thought she was really mean and didn't like me.
I thought we really hit it off getting coffee. Like, our conversations were just, like, so...
They were so deep, because I told you about...
They were very deep. Like,
yeah.
we kind of traumatized
We did.
right away. I don't know. I thought it went really well. And then I guess you just had, like, a different experience. Yeah. I mean...
I was, like, overthinking our interaction. I was like, she doesn't like me. She's, like, so weird.
Yeah.
And then she actually thought it was fun. But then me and her didn't get close until probably, like,
how did we
a year ago.
We just started hanging
No.
out.
It was that one thing you told me before you told anyone else. That's when we started getting close. Chirp, 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 chirp. Me and her, like, always... So we were hanging out, like, we hung out an okay-ish amount, and then she invited me to her birthday party last year. And I still didn't feel like we were very close at all. Yeah, when I had brown hair. Ew. I had brown hair for a while. It was not cute.
I think it wasn't bad. It was just like a kind of a rough patch in your life.
Yeah.
So then the color of the hair represents the rough patch of it.
And then the brown hair got away. And then I feel like...
Back to how we got close. Storytelling again. This is what happened.
So that's how we first met. That was our first impression. How we got closer. I feel like, so we kind of went through a rough patch, like, not together, but, like, separately we were going through stuff. And that's what's kind of drawn us together really closely. So, like, this spring, she went through something, and then we got close. And then over the summer, we started hanging out more and, like, being more real with each other. And that's when I would say we got really close. And then towards the end of the summer, I went through something. And then me and her got super close, like, because I feel like you were, like, one who really, like, stuck by me. And then we just, like, got close through our struggles. And then we also, like, the whole reason of this podcast, like, Girl Meets Christ, is, like, a play on the Girl Meets World. And so it's, like, the opposite.
Like, how we like,
She was cooking.
how we show up in the world, how we, like, deal with what the world throws at us.
Yeah.
Basically.
Girl Meets Christ instead of Girl Meets World.
Yeah.
How we got closer? Yeah, I say we got closer through both going through struggles and then sticking by each other, and also, like, feeding each other wisdom. Like, we weren't, like
mad advice.
Yeah, like, in each other's faces at times. Besides, like, my mom, that I know she, like, genuinely is not, like, hating on me. Like, you'll say stuff that's, like...
And that's, like, something I feel like, I don't know, that, like, happens in my heart with you is when you
Yeah.
tell me something, I don't judge you. Like
Right.
my immediate reaction is never to judge you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's that's just how it is.
I can agree with that. Like, some people, they'll say stuff and I'm like, oh, where now it's like, no, that's Ellie, and like nothing you could say would like change that. But
Mhm.
also, like, because of that, I'm gonna like push you to like such a high standard, just like you are.
Mhm.
Like, do with me. Like, you won't take my crap. Like,
Yeah.
if I tell you something, you're like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Ella
You need
knows. And we like feeding off of that, we really know how to communicate.
with each other, yeah.
Yeah.
And when we do communicate, we don't take it as negative. Or like if I do something stupid, she'll be like, "Oh, that was stupid,"
Mhm.
and I'm like, "Facts, word."
What would Jesus do? Not that.
You know how many times we said that
Not
to
that
each
girl.
other this summer?
I tell Ella how it is. I don't like
She doesn't sugarcoat anything.
no, I
Which I
don't.
appreciate so much because I never
Yeah.
have to like, oh, was Ellie upset? Like Ellie's gonna tell me if she was upset.
Mhm.
So then I feel like that's why we're so close is we're not like I'm like the most chill around her than I am with any of my friends. Like I can lay on her bed. Like there was one day I was like having a hard day and I was like hanging out with her, but I was just super quiet and then I was like, I'm not upset at you. I just like am not talking to her. And she's like, yeah, I already know. And I was like,
Mhm.
sweet. So like it's never like that pressure.
Yeah.
Like it's just
It's
she
just
knows
like
everything.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, we're
We're Bluetooth.
we're Bluetooth synced.
Beep.
Ladies know.
Y'all know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and
We hang out
we share
all the time.
experiences like sometimes.
Like right
Like
now.
we will have the same thing, almost the same thing happening at to each other at once.
Yeah. Like I didn't tell you about what we're going through right now, the both things that we're going
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
I hadn't like told her about it right away, and then but she told me about hers right away, and so then I was like, oh, okay, I need to tell her. And I told her,
Yeah.
and since both of us kind of started, it was around the same time too.
Yeah.
We've had like the same exact experience for the last like
Yeah.
couple.
And it's kind of fun cuz like we like if one of us is struggling with something, we can like go to each other because it's like
Yeah.
what would you do? Oh, I don't know what I would do here because I'm literally
In
testing
the
this
same
out too.
situation.
So we
So,
kind of
like,
just
test
like
on each
ride the
other.
wave together.
Yeah. We've had that happen with like a lot of different things where like we go through the same thing at the same time, and I feel like we're both able to like one learn a lot through it, and then it just
Mhm.
that's goes back to how we got closer. Is like we go through a lot of the same stuff.
Yeah.
Like like dance. Remember it happened at the same time too. So she went back to dance this year.
That was crazy.
That was freaking
That
weird.
was crazy.
She went back to dance this year, and I was at a new studio, and oh my gosh, I loved the
I went
studio.
back as a super senior.
Yeah, at our old studio, and then I was at a new studio. But I loved the studio, but I was struggling so much with keeping up with dance and homework since I did PSEO these last 2 years, and then she did PSEO last year, but then
Yeah.
she's in college now. So we're both in college, but like she's actually in well, not we both live at home still. So I wasn't telling her what I was thinking about dance, and then she called me one night while I was at dance and like told me what she was feeling, and all the feelings she was feeling about dance were the exact same ones I was feeling, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I like
And it was like no shade. Like
no.
I don't know who's gonna be watching. It really
Yeah.
was nothing personal.
No, we had the same
We
feelings. Like it
just
was
had
too overwhelming and stuff.
we just didn't fit. It didn't fit
Yeah.
in our lives anymore.
Yeah.
Dance didn't fit in that way in our
Mhm.
lives anymore. It's still I feel like it's still very much a part of our lives,
Yeah.
but just
I still am
not
like I'm a dancer, and I'm like
in
I
that
don't
way.
dance.
Yeah. I mean, I dance like by myself
Yeah.
in my basement.
Yeah. No, yeah, I would no shade to any of
Yeah.
my dance experience. I love
Yeah.
my old studio. I love the studio I just
I also didn't want to ruin like um my other experiences by like dragging it on longer than it
yeah,
had to be.
because she
So.
graduated, so like coming back as a super senior, she wouldn't have had that senior moment again. It would have
Mhm.
just been like an end. It's
Yeah.
not like she had like an end
It,
4 years or an end to her whole life.
yeah.
Why we want to start a podcast? Well, we've kind of covered that.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good conversations, and we
We
feel
do.
like a lot of our advice that we bounce off each other could be really helpful for other
Yeah.
girls and guys. If you want to hear it from a girl's perspective,
Yeah.
pop off.
I mean, yeah, like
Yeah, like I feel like it's helpful for guys too. We're gonna
Mhm.
cover topics that are both genders,
just like
and we're
relatable.
relatable.
There you go.
That was
You can't make that up. Okay.
nope. We do that a lot. We have I have screenshots of us doing it on text where we'll send the same thing at the same time, and it's not like haha. It's like
I literally almost
specific
throw my
words.
phone sometimes when we do that.
So we basically have a lot of good conversations that we'd like to help.
We love sharing our wisdom, through our past experiences,
and then bringing the Bible into it, and just being the examples that we want to watch, type of a thing.
Yeah,
that's a good. Being bringing Jesus into social media, and into that space, holds us accountable too.
Yeah, I think it's I thought of it as we already have such great conversations. We already have so much wisdom that we share with each other. Why would we not share it with others and grow in our faith with others?
Mm-hmm.
And you can be at any stage in your faith too.
Right. You don't even have to necessarily be a Christian. I feel the stuff we're sharing is still relatable stuff, and then if you learn something in the process, that's fantastic. But we're also just sharing advice for these situations in general, and then we're just sharing how we lean on God for the strength in these situations, from our personal experience. It's not we're gonna take that part out of our life so that other people can relate, but you can also relate to pieces of the story. Next episode,
should we get a little preview?
Yeah. Do you guys want to know what our next episode's gonna be about?
Drum roll, please.
Our testimonies. I'm nervous for that one.
Yeah, I am too. I've been thinking about it a lot.
How many corners am I gonna cut around?
So we're gonna do our testimonies for next episode.
Because I think that's important. I think
it is
to
too.
me, something that's super important to me is redemption. I feel that's what a lot of people's testimony is about. But for me, that's super important, and that's something I've learned through it. And so I think it takes a lot of strength, but I think sharing that is important.
Yeah.
Because it helps to understand, we're not just oh, life's so easy, life's so perfect, you can do this. But, we both have gone through stuff, and we're making positive decisions now after that. Yeah. We still sin. We're still sinners. Yeah, but that too, through redemption and through, after your testimony, you can still make bad decisions, and then every day is a growing opportunity. Yeah. You can make a bad decision today.
It's what you do with it.
Right, and tomorrow decide that you want to get back on track. We're still humans even after I got rebaptized, but even after that, I had to come to terms with the fact that I wasn't gonna be perfect. I still was gonna go through struggles and stuff. But still leaning on God and not feeling guilty, and then completely not seeing him. Yeah, that's a big part of it too. Yeah, next episode is our testimonies. You can follow me on Instagram at Ella R. Madison.
Mine's just Eliana Brask.
How do you
spell ELLIANNA BRASK. No space, no
I'll also,
dot,
write
nothing.
It on here, whatever.
Yeah.
Hit me up.
And yeah, we also have a podcast Instagram, and we this might be more for when we get more people listening, but
we're gonna promote it on there.
We want people to interact.
Yeah.
Because if something doesn't come off, we really understand each other.
Yeah.
But if someone else doesn't understand what we're saying,
us that.
we want to know what we can do better.
Yeah.
Do better. Do better.
Tell us to do better.
We just want to reach the people that need to be reached. It
also,
doesn't have to be a lot.
We're talking about the algorithm here. We're also gym girlies. We're gym girlies. So if
we do gym. We do gym.
We be hitting gym. We just hit the gym today. We both just did back and by.
Yeah,
core and cardio. Every day is cardio for me.
Yeah. The only activity is the gym. That's why I do it, because I don't want to be out of shape.
So much stronger than me, bro. She's like female Hulk. So if any of y'all like gym content, let me know. And we can podcast at the gym or something.
The puffy
we can
abs, bro. The puffy abs.
We can wear the little mics.
Just ate a lot of carbs that day.
That had to be what she had bodybuilder abs one day, and she was like, "What cute little girly abs? Why are they puffy?" Our podcast Instagram is Girl Meets Christ _podcast. Come back to our next episode, because if you like this, it's only gonna get better from here. So,
Hey Siri, create an outro for me, please.
Chat GPT an outro. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hey, everyone. This is Ellie. I was gonna say Ellie.
Hi everyone, welcome to our podcast. This is your host, Ellie Brask.
Are we doing last names?
Yeah, we're famous.
Do we have the same first and middle and
Ellie
initial?
Rose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yoo-hoo, this is Ellie and Ella.
And
This is just too fun, bro.
Oh, we're not looking at the camera, bro. We've been looking up there.
I want to look at myself. Okay.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to
The mason jars.
Oh, okay.
See, he's only specialized in tech. He can't even. He got a cute water bottle.
And sex.
Logan, come sit down. We have a question. We need your opinion. Come sit down. You just have to be at it for like 5 minutes. Our first topic that we're gonna be talking about is porn addiction. What is your take on this?
Things we probably won't cover on this podcast.
Oh, I think we should.
People would be interested.
Yeah,
I guess maybe.
Because I actually pulled up a verse about it earlier because I was thinking about it. You have heard that it was said, "You shall not commit adultery," but I tell you that anyone who looks at a woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart. Matthew 5:27-28. So I think that's the verse we'll probably base our porn topic on. Logan's giving me judgmental looks.
You're just a tech guy.
Stop. No. Change that to December, by the way. It says November. Our calendar says this November.
Finals week happened and I didn't care.
It's November still.
I'm actually gonna change that tonight because now it's bothering me. For the most part.
Make it big. I felt like I needed to share that with them.